What will happen is you get one that flares up right here, 2 minutes, 5 minutes later, it's gone. And then another one flares up on the northern side. 2 minutes later, it's gone. So the bottom line is, anywhere along this line, you just need to be prepared for not only straight line winds that can do some damage, but a brief tornado that could spin up and quickly create some damage as well. With that in mind, Matt, will you track that line so we can give folks in the Metro East an idea of when at least the leading edge is going to hit you? And then keep in mind that once the rain hits, there still could be a rain-wrapped tornado for probably 5 to 10 minutes as the rain moves through, because a lot of these rotations have been buried in that rain as opposed to specifically in the leading edge. Could be in both areas, but the point is that as the rain hits, you still need to be prepared for the possibility of a tornado. So just want to take a step back for a second and let folks in the, say, Webster Groves, Crestwood area, this area of St. Louis where we were tracking that tornado moving in, you're in the clear. I know you've got rain going on, but the threat from a tornado and strong winds has passed to the east. So it's nice to take a step back and once in a while just point out the areas that have already been hit hard if you're in the clear. And when I say in the clear, I just mean in the clear from this storm threat here with the tornadoes and the strong winds. You've obviously got some rain coming down. There still could be some lightning, so you want to be careful with that.
Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton. Steve.
And we're not out of the woods yet, so let's get to what's happening now, what to expect going forward this evening. We still have that blizzard warning from St. Louis and areas west and northwest because we're going to get some snow. Some areas already have a lot of it, and the winds are going to pick up. Right now, gusts are around 20 to 25 miles an hour. Not too bad, but when they get up around 35 miles an hour, in this area shaded in red, that's where you'll have snow, winds that could create near blizzard conditions. Basically, that means near whiteout conditions. To the south-southeast, you don't have the whiteout conditions because you won't get as much, if any, snow in some spots, but some areas from Farmington over to Nashville, Illinois are going to be dealing with freezing rain, and then the winds come in and can exacerbate any kind of power outages. Now, temperatures for the most part are below freezing, like 23 in Kirkwood right now, just at freezing in Nashville, which would help. As I'll show you in a minute, I've seen some pictures from there that show some trees coming down because of the freezing rain. But generally for most of us, whether it's snow or sleet, it's sticking on the ground. It's not melting. And the line from where the sleet in St. Louis, which we've had most of the day, changes over to snow, is cutting right through the city now. So now we're starting to see some of that snow in St. Louis. We had it earlier today as close as Forestell and parts of West County, but now it's really changing over to snow here in St. Louis. Couple that with the winds, and that's why we have that blizzard warning through noon tomorrow. South and southeast to St. Louis, you're going to be dealing with a prolonged period here of some dry weather. The worst of the rest of this storm is going to be along I-44 Missouri and I-70 in Illinois, and to the north, although there'll still be some patchy freezing rain and rain mix just south of I-70 in our Illinois counties. We've already had a lot of snow in Columbia and Jeff City, 13 to 14 inches. That combined with the winds is why Mizzou is closed for tomorrow as well. Closer to home, across the St. Louis area, it's been mainly sleet, 1 to 3.5 inches of sleet. Remember, sleet are those little ice cubes, ice pellets that fall from the sky, and there's a lot of it on the ground across much of the metro. That's why we don't have the huge snowfall totals in St. Louis, because we've gotten mostly sleet throughout the day. And then to the south and southeast, it's a mix of freezing rain or sleet. Sleet's the ice pellets. Freezing rain is the liquid that freezes on contact. That's much worse because it can take down power lines and trees, like it did in Nashville, Illinois, from our Facebook page, which is lit up with wonderful reports providing ground truth to what we're seeing on radar. Look at this tree branch on the ground. So that's what we're seeing in areas like Nashville, Illinois. New Minden had reports from Annapolis, Missouri, and southern Iron County of 1/3 of an inch of freezing rain. If I take you from the southeast part of our viewing area and go well to the northwest of St. Louis, that's where we're dealing with the heavier snow. And we also got a Facebook picture of, well, almost a foot. There's the foot right there, 11 inches. That's Pike County, Missouri, up near Bowling Green. And I'll tell you what, that came in maybe an hour or so ago. This could be up to a foot or more now, and they're going to continue to get snow up to the north and northwest of St. Louis. They're going to get over a foot in Pike County.
News 4 has opening day covered, and I see Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton live downtown, and you were making a wise move to wear a jacket tonight.
Yeah, well, you know, the weather guy should always be prepared, right? Prepared for the weather. Earlier today, we were out here talking to people and signing autographs, and the sun was out, and it certainly was warmer. Now it's chilly that the clouds have rolled in. That has helped make it a little bit chilly. High was 54, and we're in the low 50s now. But the good news is, I've got a warm up in the forecast. In fact, I've got a day that gets up to 70 degrees. So in the weather headlines, one of the things you'll love to see is the fact that we have this warming trend going into the weekend. So if you are trying to plan anything for Saturday or Sunday, expect it to be warmer than today. Slight rain chance tomorrow. And then we have this chance of storms early next week. This is the not so good news. Right now, the timing looks like Monday and it could be severe. So keep that in the back of your head. We're going to be watching that closely. Right now, we've gotten lucky and missed out on all that rain out to the west of us. It's been going through western Missouri and Kansas City. We have the cloud cover from it, but we're staying dry. No rain, no snow, all in all. That's a pretty good opening day in my book. Temperatures are chilly, though. It's 52 degrees right now in St. Louis, low 50s across the area. Some temperatures already trying to dip down to the upper 40s out west and 49 degrees. So it's going to be a cool one as we head on into the rest of the evening. So temperatures generally in the upper 40s, mostly cloudy. Now, an isolated shower may develop later this evening and into tomorrow morning. That's when we'll have a chance for a brief shower. Not a real good rain chance out of this. So let me take you through your day for tomorrow. We're going to be dealing with generally slightly warmer temperatures and a slight rain chance for the early part of the day. So wake up weather, 39 degrees, slight chance of a shower, not only at 6 a.m. but also at noon. Temperature 53 by noon, and then 57 degrees by 5 o'clock, and mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures a little bit warmer. Now, what's causing that slight rain chance tomorrow is a front that's going to slide through, and it's really going to time out to be the morning or early afternoon. Again, not a real good chance, kind of spotty, but nonetheless, a few showers may roll through tomorrow morning through early afternoon. Then drying out. And hey, dry for Saturday. Cards are playing this weekend. Saturday, 60, partly cloudy. That's about normal. Remember, today's high was 54, so we're getting warmer as we get towards the weekend. 60 on Saturday. Speaking of warmer, a warm front slides in on Sunday. That should help pump that temperature up to 70. Right now, it looks like as that warm front comes through Sunday morning, we should stay dry. I'll keep an eye on that because sometimes when you have fronts come through, they can pop a storm. Right now, it looks dry, and I'll let you know if that changes. So right now, Sunday's dry and warmer and a little bit breezy. 58 degrees for tomorrow. Chance of a brief shower in the morning to early afternoon. 60 Saturday, 70 on Sunday. After that, things get a little complicated. This is where we get into that chance for some strong storms coming in on Monday. Front pulls into town. 74 on Monday, so we're still on the warm side of the front, but it's sparking up some scattered storms that may be severe on Monday. And then you see the fall off in temperatures. That's the cold air behind the front coming in on Tuesday with a chance of showers and a high of only 52 degrees, 56 on Wednesday, and back up to 71 degrees come Thursday of next week. That's what you like to see, a rebound in temperatures after a little cold spell that we'll go through early next week. It's a little bit chilly out here, but like I said, it didn't rain, it didn't snow, no one's thrown anything at me, so I think people are pretty happy with the weather on opening day. Such an important day, a holiday, if you will, in St. Louis. So good news is I think we got away with some good weather for it, Jasmine.
We're thankful for that. Thanks so much, Steve.
What a fierce storm.
Really was. And it wasn't that we had any severe weather in the sense that there was no wind or hail, at least not damaging wind or hail. There was lightning and the flooding, and it was tremendous. And we still have flash flood warnings out there for about the next 20 minutes or so for St. Louis and Madison County in Illinois, St. Clair County in Illinois as well. But a lot of this water is starting to subside. And, you know, in the urban areas, it does tend to be kind of short term. But as Vicki said, and I think that's a good term for it, fierce, because, man, when you're talking about 3 inches of rain coming down in less than an hour, that is going to make for some tremendous flooding. This you like to see. There's not much going on the radar. Now, there's still a front up to the north of us. I don't see any of those squall lines that have been coming our way round after round the past few days, so that's great news for the overnight. I think overnight we're just going to deal with a spotty shower storm, kind of like what we're seeing starting to develop there in Crawford County in Missouri. Nothing coming into St. Louis, but this little guy right there is a brief, moderate shower, maybe a little bit of thunder with it as well as it slides across Crawford County and into Washington County. It looks like if it continues just due east, it'll probably stay north of Potosi, at least the core of that will. So an isolated little shower or storm here or there. The damage was done, though, earlier today, and it was really hit or miss. Take a look at some of the numbers here. 2.97 inches out in Jennings. Chesterfield, 0.06. Few drops in the bucket out in Mascoutah, a little over 1.5 inches. But, I mean, it was hit or miss, and when it hit, like up in North City, North County, and the Metro East, it hit hard. Now we're going to be dealing with just some mugginess, a lot of humidity out there as well. Temperatures at 78 degrees in St. Louis. Our high was 94 degrees. I expect some hotter temperatures on the way. In fact, the Weather Service has issued a heat advisory. Now it's for the entire viewing area here as we head into tomorrow and Friday, the next 2 days. The heat index, that feels like temperature, 100 to 110 degrees. And the key to remember with this heat index, we talk about that a lot, and I always try and remind you, That's based on the shade. If you're in the full sun, if you're a construction worker, a postal worker, and you have to be outside and you're in the full sun, you have to add about 10 to 15 degrees to that. And it can feel like 120, 125 if you're in that direct sun. Hopefully you have a little bit of cloud cover or you can get in the shade. Either way, it's still going to be very hot over the next couple of days. We still have a storm chance too. Let me take you through your day tomorrow. 6 a.m. a few storms possible with that front still in the northern part of our viewing area, low around 75 degrees, really humid, especially after all that rain we've seen. What's going to happen though as we head towards around lunchtime and early afternoon, this is noon, we're going to see a few storms line up mainly north and northeast of St. Louis. So anywhere east of St. Louis has the best chance for a storm in the late morning to early afternoon. Otherwise heating up, 91 degrees at lunchtime. 96 is going to be our high, and eventually the heat helps push those storms in the afternoon farther to the north. But that's why it's going to be such a hot day, because that heat's moving in. 95 degrees by 5 o'clock for the evening drive. There's your heat index around 100 to 110. The hottest day of the year, that could be coming our way on Fridays. It gets even hotter. A high of 98 degrees. Heat index around 105 to 110. And notice that front out there to the northwest. That eventually is going to move in, bring us another round of some storms over the weekend and cool down the temperatures a little bit at least. But it's not going to come until it looks like Saturday evening on into Sunday. And so that still means Saturday is going to be a pretty hot day as well. So the heat's going to turn out to be really the big story over the next couple of days. After a morning storm chance tomorrow, 96 degrees. 98 on Friday, going to be a hot one. If you're going to see Sarah Bareilles at Celebrate St. Louis Summer Concert Series down at Soldier Memorial, whew, that's going to be a steamy one. 97 degrees on Saturday. Watching that front move in and bring some storms, most likely Saturday evening on into Sunday. And that front stalls out, and that's why I still have a chance of storms Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Kind of a similar pattern to what we've been dealing with the past few days. Could kind of recreate itself Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. Slightly cooler temperatures, which we'll take.
An encore we don't want.
We don't want it, do we?
Thanks,
No.
Steve.